Alright, you guys, here we are, second part of 1.3. This part is going to take a little bit longer. There's a couple ways I want to show you how to do this today. So you can pick and choose which one you want to do, but it's best to probably draw a picture. I like to draw pictures when it comes to geometry. Let's go ahead and read this first question here. It says, find the coordinates of J if K is the midpoint. So here's the thing. K is the midpoint. That means J is one of the endpoints because it says right here JL, okay? And has coordinates, and L has the coordinates of 3, -5, okay? Now, actually there's probably 3 ways I could show how to do this one. So what I would do, and I'm probably going to show the easiest way to do it first. I'm just go ahead and draw a line. Let's put some points on the end, and this is going to be J, and this is going to be L, just like it says here, and then we're going to get our midpoint K. But first of all, before I do that, I'm going to give the coordinates of 3, -5 over here, okay? And then that means we have a midpoint somewhere in here, which is going to be what? -1, 2. Okay, so it's like a number line if we want to think of it that way. So, but it's kind of a unique number line that we deal with. So what we want to do is we want to look at our x's first, and we want to find out, let's look at this x and this one. Now notice, this is a -4, -1 and a 3. If I were to count my number line over that many units till I hit L, how many units would that be? So if we did this, we can go, and I'm going to just do this as far as a, we're going -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So there's our things. So this is where point K is, which I forgot to label, and this is our point L. How many units over is -1 to 3? So if we were to do that, we'd count 1, 2, 3, 4. So guess what? That means this is 4 units away going that direction. That means if we had go 4 units that way, we need to go 4 units that way. So we would sit there and count 4 units this way. So we'd go to -2, -3, -4, -5. If I would do that, and so we count 1, 2, 3, 4. So guess what? This is at -5. That's our first answer for that part. We're going to do the same thing with the x, for the y, if we think about it, but this is a little bit unique again. Here we go. So again, its scenario is whatever it may be. So we're talking about, let's go over here, and we're going to go 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. Okay, so we have our point here, and we want to go all the way to -5 if we want to do that. So how many units away, if we're talking about this, is going to be how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means that for this part, is going to be 7 units apart. Now, one way to think about this too, if you want to go back again, is you want to sometimes sit there and go add its opposite. So -1 plus -3, which is going to give you -4. We know that the units are 4 units. We talked about that at the beginning, where units are always going to be an absolute value. Same thing here. Add its opposite. 2 plus, and then take the opposite of this, which is going to be 5, which gives us a 7. So that means we go 7 units this way. That means we're going to go 7 units that way too, the opposite direction. Okay, so that means we're going to take 7 plus 2, which is going to give us a 9. So that would be our answer. Okay, now there could be another way. So some people like it that way. Let's talk about a different method of doing this. So if we do this and we take these points, okay, so we're going to go back over here again, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the midpoint, which is -1 and 2, and I want you to double it, okay, or times by 2. So we're going to take -1 times 2, which is going to give us -2. We're going to take this and we're going to times that by 2, okay, which is going to give us a 4. Okay, so now we've got this thing where we've multiplied it. Now all we're going to do next, I'm going to double check my work here, is after that we want to be able to add these ones, add its opposite. So we're going to take negative, let's do it in a different color here. Let's go light purple. We're going to take these ones and we're going to change it. So we're going to change these to their opposite and then add up to this way. So we're going to go 3 and negative 5. I'm going to stack it like I did before, and I'm going to take the opposite of them, and then we're going to add. So we're going to add, so you could add opposite. Okay, so we're going to go plus, change that to a negative, change that to a positive. Okay, and look what we get here. So we get negative 2 plus a negative 3 gives us a what? Negative 5. Look what we have over here, negative 5. Then we go 4 plus 5 equals 9. And again, we match that there too. So either way works best for you. Let's go back and review this really quickly. Again, if you want to use the number line, you always take the midpoint. Okay, you take the x's, and you can sit there and go add its opposite. And this, just like we did over here, negative 1 plus a negative 3 gives us a 4. So we know 4 units this way, and then we go 4 units the other way. Okay, and then we do the same thing. So we add 4 units that way. And then we sit there and go the same thing here. We take these two, add its opposite again, which is going to give me a 7. So now we're going to go, because this is positive, from a negative to a positive, we're going to continue to go the positive direction. Therefore, we get 7 plus 2 equals 9. Okay, so, but those are probably the 2 easiest ways to do this. And then again, going back here, we're going to take the midpoint. Go right midpoint here. And we're going to double it, or times each of them by 2, which we did here, which gives us negative 1 times 2 gives us negative 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Then we're going to take the other endpoint. Okay, got the end in there. The endpoint, and we're going to add its opposite. So we took this one, 3 and negative 5. Put the plus sign out, change it to its opposite, and then add, and we get the same answer. Okay, so I'd like you to try it on your own, see how it goes, see how you feel, and then if you have any questions, like I said before, don't hesitate to contact me and we can talk some more about this. Okay, all right, let's check out the next page, page 9. Oh, look at where we're at. We're on section 1.4, so we're going to stop there for now, and we're going to let you finish and practice those.